grew up in the South Bronx. I collected bottles and cans every week to save up enough money to buy comic books. Something drew me to these stories, these characters that always fought for a better world. So I thought, if I can create a superhero, then perhaps I could use this as a vehicle to talk about what's really happening in Puerto Rico.
Faster than a speeding bullet.
DC Comics came to us. We created a 200-page book that teamed up La Borinqueña with Wonder Woman, Superman, Batman, and it led to close to $250,000 in sales. And it's evolved now into an incredibly successful grants program. Over the course of 3 years that we developed this program, we've distributed close to $140,000 in grants to local grassroots organizations that are doing incredible work in communities that are always overlooked and don't have access to larger granting possibilities that are available here in the United States. Organizations that work with children in areas of academic studies and literacy, organizations that are committed to fighting for environmental justice, organizations that celebrate and preserve Afro-Puerto Rican heritage, reflections of our character. Our mental health, our minds need to be rebuilt and put back together. So we give our resources to organizations that are committed to continue the work after the disasters happen, after Hurricane Maria, after the earthquakes that have been hitting Puerto Rico since late December, as well as the mega one that hit on the morning of Los Tres Reyes. And the island is literally still suffering through earthquakes, and engineers are trying to figure out how does the island rebuild in the midst of these catastrophes still actually occurring. In 2020, we're going to be announcing very soon our third annual La Borinqueña Grants Program request for proposals process. This summer, when we return to Puerto Rico, we will be distributing more grants to organizations that are continuing to rebuild Puerto Rico. Beyond just cutting a check, beyond just showing up, we also have other ways of supporting Puerto Rico. And directly with our work is through our books, it's through our stories, it's through our characters. And we're engaging other ways of fundraising, like entering into a space of using social media by finding ourselves in partnerships with companies like Pixel Bank, a brand new company that's actually engaging people in this love of social media to translate that into a form of actual donations. When we brought together Superman, Wonder Woman, Batman, and the rest of the DC universe to team up with La Borinqueña, we published a book called The Reconstruction. Puerto Rican construction, like the word reconstruction, but reconstruction, which really engages people in the concept that Puerto Rico itself has to be an active participant in its own reconstruction, and that we need to support this island in their efforts to rebuild themselves.